Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives. Hope everybody's doing great. Got quite a few things here to show you, and a couple things I really want to get some input on, especially right off the bat here. I picked up the brand new single from Halloween called Skyfall on just CD, the CD single. So what's on here is Skyfall, the single edit, and Skyfall exclusive alternate vocal mix. 12 minutes and 12 seconds. Really cool artwork. I believe probably the same artist who is doing their brand new cover on their self-titled release coming out here June 4th. I'm sure a lot of you have it pre-ordered. I know I do, and super excited. Anyways, when this single first came out and got to listen to it, I was like, okay, you know what? It's good. Did it blow me away right away? No. But after multiple listens, it's really grown on me, and I absolutely, honestly, I love it. But if you've only heard the 7-minute and 20-second version, I encourage you to check out this exclusive alternate vocal mix, 12 minutes, 12 seconds. The whole thing just, to me, it flows better. It's like it's an epic song. It's got peaks and valleys, tons of solos. 3 different vocalists doing their own parts, which they've color-coded in here. I'm going to show you in a second of where Michael's singing Kai and Andy sing it, and then they sing as united as all 3 of them singing together. But really, really great song. And the drumming on here is fantastic, and I mentioned all the solo work, and the bass in here, if you pick up on it, Marcus he's crushing it. It's awesome. Here is the CD. And yeah, cheap enough. I mean, these are about $8. I know you only get 2 songs, but you know what? We've been waiting a long time for this, and I just had to have it. So here is the little booklet, and here is all the lyrics. So what they've done here is they have Michael's parts are in white. We've got Kai in kind of a purple, Andy in kind of an orange, and then kind of a greenish color is united when they're all singing together. So really cool. Give me your thoughts on this new single. The only other thing I've heard from this album so far is Indestructible. I'm hoping I can just kind of wait till the album comes out and just not listen to any more of whatever comes out. But here's the center. Cool. You don't see many of these just CD singles coming out anymore, but this is a big release and probably something that a lot of us are looking forward to here in 2021. Okay, so definitely give me your thoughts on that. Let's get into the vinyl. I got a pile of thrash here. I got some blues infused hard rock to show you, and a couple of gap fillers that I picked up on eBay. But anyways, I pre-ordered these. These are part of Red Music Legacy put out some reissues from Exodus. They put out some reissues for Dark Angel. I picked up a Nuclear Assault, Game Over. And I also picked up Forbidden, both their albums. Really happy to have these on vinyl. I've always loved, especially this artwork by, what's his name? Kent Mateau. He does the artwork for both these albums. Just great Bay Area thrash. Some of these bands, these thrash bands, kind of went under the radar. They're not the household names like Metallica and Megadeth and so on, but really, really worth your time to check out, especially these 2 I'll show you. They're just classics, thrasher pieces, really. So this is Forbidden Evil, their debut album, and I will show you what comes with it. Actually, here's the hype sticker. I know this is available, that one is available in a red, and then the Twisted Into Form is available in a green, but I just got the black editions. Doesn't matter, just as long as I got a copy, I'm happy. Fairly inexpensive, actually. Got on the pre-order. They were not that pricey. The epic debut album from Bay Area thrash metal legends, limited edition black vinyl. All of a sudden, black vinyl is limited. Okay. Anyways, here's the inner. Nice collage on that. And you got Paul Bostaff on here, Russ Anderson on vocals. I think the only difference between this album and Twisted into Form. There's one member change. We can talk about that in a minute. But here is the back. So it's a nice inner sleeve, but I switched them over to MoFi. And here is the centering, same on both sides. Kind of got the snow camo combat logo there in the middle. And what was I going to say about... Yeah, so this one, this features Glenn Olivas on lead guitar, if I'm pronouncing his name right. But on the Twisted into Form, that's where, what's his name came in? Tim Calvert took over for Glenn. But anyways, I also picked up Twisted into Form. You know, I know a lot of people absolutely love Forbidden Evil, Forbidden's debut album. They hold it even higher than this one, but I'm one of those guys that actually holds this one a little bit higher than Forbidden Evil. I think, like, just tracks that I love, Step by Step. That is just an awesome song. Tossed Away, One Foot in Hell, Twisted into Form. This one is just a little bit better to me anyways, but regardless, they're both fantastic albums and happy to have them on vinyl. So there's the back cover if I didn't show you that already. And the hype sticker on this one is white. And it says, Twisting Thrash Metal to the Next Level, Forbidden's legendary second album. And I definitely agree with those words. Legendary, those are two must-have thrash albums. Yeah, get those in your thrash collection as soon as possible if you haven't heard them. And oh yeah, we have an inner sleeve to show you too. So the lyrics on one side, you're not reading that, but anyways, there's a band shot. And yeah, just a solid band. And I think, you know what, I think they are working on a new album, and I don't know you know, what their lineup consists of these days, but you know, I know Russ Anderson's still on vocals. That's cool. And here's the vinyl, and this one is kind of your everyday camo, which I love camo. So your everyday green camo on this side, same on both sides, but happy to have those into the collection. I hope you know, Red Legacy Music continues and reissues a few more. We're going to get into a couple more thrash albums here shortly, but first we're going to switch gears to a little blues infused hard rock. And I'll be honest with you, the reason I bought this album is because Adrian Smith was on it. The draw for me personally wasn't because Richie Kotzen, nothing against the guy. I don't know his material, to be honest with you. I know he was on one Poison album. I think it was called Native Tongue. I believe I still have that on cassette somewhere. But overall, I just wanted to, you know, I like Adrian Smith, and I thought, oh, why not? So I picked up Adrian Smith, Richie Kotzen, Smith Kotzen's collaboration album. I pre-ordered the CD. It was cheap enough, and then I spotted the vinyl for almost the same price as the CD. So I picked up the vinyl too. I'll show you that. So I will probably send this CD off to my good friend. But anyways, there's the back cover. There's the guys. And I'd say, you know, I listened to the first 3 singles of this album, and I thought, you know, these are really, really good songs. I think they started off with Scars and then Running and Taking My Chances. I think maybe in that order. But actually, my favorite song on this album is called Solar Fire. It actually features Nico McBrain on drums. You know, and there's a few other really good tracks on here. If you're looking for Iron Maiden, you're not getting Iron Maiden with this, but this is kind of kind of a relaxing album. Just, you know, pour yourself a cold one and kick back, and here is the hype sticker for the vinyl, and I'll quickly show you that vinyl. Yeah, if it wasn't so cheap, I don't know, maybe I just got lucky that day. I wouldn't have bought it if it was you know, in the $30 range, but it was a lot less. It was all more in the $20 range. But the cover's awesome. It's embossed, risen right up. Very cool logo. Love the colors around here. But if you just want to, an album just to kick back with, this will do the trick. Inner sleeve, picture of the guys, lyrics on one side, and the vinyl's pretty cool. It is what did they say this color is? Limited edition red black smoke vinyl. I know it's also available on black vinyl too, and we'll see if you can see it. So this is the ace. Yeah, you can really see it there with the light behind it. You got some black through there, and there is the center ring on this side. So we got A and B side. Let's turn that down a little bit. Yeah, definitely if you like a little bit of just blues infused hard rock, it's definitely a decent listen. And two great guitar players. I'm not the biggest fan of Richie's voice. I actually like Adrian's voice better. But yeah, overall, let me know if you've picked this up. Let me know what you think. Before we get into, okay. So a couple gap fillers I picked up on eBay for really cheap. They're pre-owned. I just, generally if the covers come scratched up, I got a good supply of jewel cases, and I'll just switch them over and they look like brand new. But I have, I had 3 or 4 Great White that I wanted to get on CD that I just haven't on cassette. You know what? I love Great White's debut album. Love that album, and it's right here. I've had it for years and years. Got to see these guys. And my first major concert that I ever saw was Great White opening for Judas Priest on the Defenders of the Faith tour in 1984. I think it was wintertime, probably November-ish or whatever. Just a fantastic show, and sorry, I must have bumped this. This is at this point, this is a metal album. Just no bad songs. This is absolutely, this would be in my top 20 of honestly, top 20 of all-time favorite albums. Whatever, 20, 30 range, but great album. And then they kind of pulled away. Their second album, Shot in the Dark, honestly, a little bit of a disappointment to me. The cover of the song Face the Day, I mean, honestly, it almost, I'm not going to say saved that album, but it was definitely a highlight on that album. It was a great cover. And then they got into their third album, which is big story leading up to. Anyways, I picked up Great White's Once Bitten. This is their third album from 1987, I think so. Yes, 1987. A really solid album. I had this on cassette. Just wanted to get the CD. Great White for me is probably the first 6 albums from the debut to Psycho City, I think it's called. I still need to pick that one up on CD. But this is a really solid album. It still rocks. It's just a good hard rock album. It's not heavy duty on the blues influences yet. It's there, but it's not overtaking this album. Here's the back cover. Yeah, this track listing is ridiculous. Trying to read that, but I am a fan, and I said before, I love their debut. After that, I only like. But nothing wrong with it, but I kind of, in a way, I wish they would have stuck to what they started off doing with their debut. Would they have been as successful to this day? Probably not, but just love that debut. Anyways, this album, love this, like Lady Red Light, that kicks off. The guitar riff for that, just starting off, is phenomenal. Rock Me, great song. Actually, Fast Road is a good hard rocking song. And this album wraps up with a song called Save Your Love, kind of a really nice ballad. So good to have this. Not much for a booklet here. It's just a 1-pager. So that is it. And I also picked up their 5th album, which, you know, I think after Once Bitten is a really solid album. And then the album Twice Shy, which has the, you know, the big cover song on it, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, which is a huge hit for these guys. But I felt for the most part, Twice Shy was, you know, a few strong songs, but the rest was kind of felt like leftovers from Once Bitten. And then in 1991, they came out with this album. This is the edited cover. I'll show you the inside. I mean, come on. I'll show you. It's, to me, it's complete bullshit why you can't have this on a cover. I mean, what in the world is wrong with that? Not a thing, I'll tell you. But glad to have this. Got it for, geez, I think I got this for $8. $8 delivered, which is fantastic. So this is Great White's 5th album from 1991, like I think I said. Nice booklet. Here's the CD for it. And I'd like to pick up Psycho City. And I think I did a video, months back, and I was showing, I think actually I was showing the Great White debut. And, you know, asking for a little feedback. And I think there's one more I still want to pick up from Great White. I think it's called Can't Get There From Here or something. I think I still will pick that one up too. But anyways, there is the CD in there. There's the back cover. It's got some really good songs. Call It Rock and Roll was pretty much a hit for these guys. What else? Can't Shake It, decent song. Heartbreaker, I really enjoy that song. Desert Moon, Afterglow. There's a cover on this one. Yeah, Afterglow is a cover. And yeah, so I don't know, some of you probably have the version with this on the cover. I'm a little jealous, but this will do for now. Nice booklet. I always thought Jack Russell has a great voice. Mark Kendall, great guitar player. And, you know, going back to that debut, even Jack's voice really suited that more harder edge stuff. But anyways, good to have a little more Great White in the collection. I don't pop it on that often, but if I am in the mood for some Great White, it's usually I just throw that debut on and just let her rip. Okay, I picked up, I saw these were coming out, and generally I will try to shop local as much as possible, and I was very lucky to get these and local for me is 2 hours away, but I got these, actually I phoned the guy, and a bit of a lockdown right now, can't really travel to the bigger city, so I had called the record store owner and he set these aside for me, and I had a friend pick them up that was coming to my city, so I picked up the music on vinyl version of probably, I'd have to say this is my #1 thrash debut of all time. I mean, I got a couple that are really close, but this one is just so good. Testament's The Legacy. This is the music on vinyl reissue that just came out, whatever, a month ago. You all know this album. We don't have to talk a lot about it, but just thrashterpiece. There's the guys, young. Like I said, you guys know this album. And music on vinyl, what a job they do with their releases. I'm a big fan of anything they put out. And also that reminds me, if you're interested, they're reissuing Exhorder, Slaughter in the Vatican. And I also recently just saw Toxic World Circus. So Music on Vinyl is going to be reissuing those here in the next little while. Definitely going to get those for sure. Here's the hype sticker. This one says limited number 1,500 copies, colored copies, silver, 180 gram audiophile vinyl. Always great inserts here, quality paper. and very true to the original. And here's the vinyl, which I have personally, I haven't had any problems with anything from music on vinyl that I've bought. No warpage, nothing. So I don't know whether I'm just lucky or, you know, I'm sure the quality control there is really good. Anyways, this is on a gray vinyl. Mine's a little unique. It's got a little, mine's got a little brown shit stain on it, but that's okay. We'll get over that. But here it is. And yeah, just a fantastic album. I'm really hoping that Music on Vinyl reissues The New Order and Practice What You Preach. I would love to get those. You know, let me know some of the stuff you're looking for too. Are you a Music on Vinyl fan? Are you looking for, you know, a couple albums like I just mentioned? And next up, I also picked up the reissue of Death Angel, Frolic Through the Park. This is also the Music on Vinyl reissue. I know there's still a Metal Blade reissue available. It's quite high priced right now, so you know, it kind of, you know, you get to near that 1 or 2 years that something's been reissued, these prices are, there's very few left, and obviously these sellers know what to charge. But anyways, this is the Music on Vinyl one. It just came out this year. It's awesome. It's actually the Death Angel logo here is risen up. You can, it's embossed, and also this right here, Frolic Through the Park. So this is I'll read you the hype sticker. Really cool hype sticker. Frolic Through the Park, the expanded edition, limited number of 2,000 copies on silver colored vinyl. So this one includes the song Devil's Metal and a bonus D side, which has, I'll name those tracks here for you too. But the first 3 sides are the original album right there. And then on the D side is the songs Dehumanization, Silent Killer, and Witches of Nave. Really good tracks too. So yeah, early Death Angel. I mean, this is a solid album. You probably remember watching the video for the song Bored. And yeah, definitely love it. Anything Death Angel has done. One of my top 8 thrash bands for sure. And here is the they do, and I don't know, they seem like they're doing a lot of gray vinyl here, but anyways, this is the gray vinyl. It's not marbled or anything, it's just gray vinyl. There is the center ring, same on both sides. And this is a double vinyl, so like I had mentioned, it is not a gatefold, but there is plenty of room inside here, and it's not, you know, it goes in there very comfortably, even with the insert also. It's not stuffed in there in any way. And like I said, you know, quality control at Music on Vinyl is on top of things for sure. Here's the lyrics. You all know this album, but really solid album. One more, I got a little bit of newer thrash here to wrap up this update. Last year I had picked up the 3 reissues of Havok's first, second, and third album. Havok is a newer thrash band, newer to me too, actually. I kind of went from their newest album called V or 5, and then kind of back to my way up. And I only actually discovered there was an EP probably about 6-7 months ago. I didn't even know they had a debut EP, but I saw this come up on Candlelight Spine Farm. Pre-order for, you know, pretty cheap, but this is their debut EP. Their full length was called Burn. That was their first album. Anyways, this Candlelight, these reissues are really fantastic. This is a single album because it only has about 4 tracks anyways. So this is on Candlelight Spine Farm. So what this album contains is 2 original tracks, Point of No Return, which is the title track, From the Cradle to the Grave, which is their own original. And then you have a cover on here of Arise. And track 4 is 2 Slayer covers, actually kind of in one, Postmortem and Raining Blood. 2 great tracks off of Rain in Blood, produced by David Sanchez and mixed and mastered by James Murphy. So we all know the name James Murphy. If you know Thrash, you know the band's Death, Cancer. He's been in Testament. He's been in multiple bands. But James Murphy has mixed and mastered that. And this one comes on there was no hype sticker. That's fine, but it came on I'll show you the vinyl in a second, but here's a picture of the guys. I think since then, I think their bass player has been I think they've had about 3 bass players, but Reese, the guitar player, and David Sanchez, he's the main man in this. He's, I think he's right here. He's been in the band the whole time, kind of the leader of it, and here's the lyrics on the back. And this vinyl is really cool. If you get a chance to pick this up, if you're a fan of some newer thrash, I don't have a lot of newer thrash bands in my collection, but Havok is one of them. I think Warbringer, stuff like that. But anyways, here's the vinyl. Really cool splattered brown. The center ring is cool, very cool, and it looks the same on both sides. But that is it for today's update. I will be back in a few days with, I haven't decided yet. I might do another episode of 6 with 6 strings, or I'm thinking of throwing around the idea of starting to do some top 10s, whether I break it out into genres of traditional thrash and whether I break it out into years. I might do that too. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. But until next time, stay heavy.